Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Line of the Week number 82. Let's go through this minor 2-5-1. The chords are A minor 7 flat 5 going to D7 altered, resolving at G minor triad. And the parent chord scales are C melodic minor going to E flat melodic minor, resolving at G melodic minor. I would like to point out that with regard to chord scales, if you have a question about what chord scale to use over a chord, there are two resources you can use for ideas. One is at my website. I've got, it's called My Harmonic Approach, and I've got a list of the chord scales that I personally use over different chords. And I do not want to say that they're the best choice or the traditional choice or anything like that. They are chord scales that I have chosen partly because they don't contain harmonic tones. So you're going from chord sound to chord sound when you're playing these particular chord scales. And you don't have to worry about resolving non-harmonic tones except at the point of chord change. Also, there's some variety. I've got pentatonics and melodic minor scales, major scales, and diminished scales. So they're limited to 4 chord scale types. That's another thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to just simplify the number of choices that I had to make it easier to improvise instead of having to worry about all these different things. And also I'm using parent scales to make it easier. But that's just me. And more traditional choices can be found in this book. This is Hal Crook's How to Improvise book. And he's got this handy dandy little chart that I really like. And it's got the function of the chord, and then it's got the chord scales, and a lot more information that you can use. And also here's on the next page kind of a distilled version of some of the same information. So I've been given permission by the publisher to just show you excerpts of the book while I'm doing these videos, and so long as I put the link in the description, which I'm happy to do because it's a very good resource. Now back to this line of the week. Let me just point out a couple of things real quick. I circled here the triads. Now when you use my shapes going up and down, this is ascending. You could see the fingering is going up the fretboard. And when I do that going up and down as opposed to across this way, you will get triads in your lines. And especially on these top 4 strings going up and down. So for example, over A minor 7 flat 5, I am playing the C melodic minor chord scale. And then we're going on to the E flat melodic minor chord scale. And then For G minor triad, we're using the G melodic minor scale. That's wildly out of any sort of time, but you get the point. And that's just on the top 4 strings going up and down. You can also go across on the top 4 strings, the middle 4 strings, and the bottom 4 strings. In my instructional video, you'll find all those shapes. So with this particular line of the week, you can see here that I circled the resulting triads that you get in this particular line. And those are, over the A minor 7 flat 5, you can see the triad D minor is there, and then C minor. The notes of C minor triad are also there towards the end of the measure. For the D7 altered chord, you get the E flat melodic minor parent scale there, and the resulting line ascending up the fretboard includes the F minor triad and the notes for the E flat triad, and then you get the final chord of G minor 7, and the final note is the major 7th of G melodic minor, the major 7th of the G minor chord. Now, it's sort of interesting because you get on this A minor 7 flat 5 chord, you're getting 2 triads, D minor and C minor. And then over the D7 altered, you're getting 2 triads, the F minor and the E flat, that just sort of naturally occur when you're going up using these shapes. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.